Friends, Time with Thebsian is an episode in Facebook or YouTube, presented every Friday from 2nd July 2021 by me. My name is Dr. A.C. Fernandez. The initial topic in Times with Thebsian is on medical devices. Medical devices can also be called spare parts for body. Medical devices, unlike drugs, they don't undergo physical or chemical change within the body, but they stay in the body and carry out the intended work. Time with Thebsian episodes will be appear on every Friday with a new topic on medical devices. Will be like how medical devices are made, what are the materials that go into the fabrication of medical devices, what kind of people are involved in the design, fabrication, testing and manufacture of medical devices, and how they undergo testing for safety and toxicity. So these are some of the examples of the topic that will appear every Friday on Time with Thebsian. We have to understand that, like drugs, medical devices has to be prescribed by a physician or a surgeon. Further, they have to have our consent or permission to use medical devices while treating us when we are admitted in the hospital, or we are asked to do some testing in a hospital clinical laboratory or in a hospital lab where we are screened by CT scan or X-rays. So, when we pay for these medical devices, I told you that they have to have our consent. But when we give a consent, we have to get the receipt for the payment of charges towards the medical devices. Sometimes that receipt hospitals may not give the original. Sometimes we have to give the original to the insurance company. So we have to have a photocopy of the originals along with the seal of the hospital, because if the medical device is not going to function smoothly, if there are going to be complaints about the working of the medical devices, we have to go for a replacement of the medical devices. If you have a proper bill, you can get a replacement for your faulty medical devices. The company has to exchange or replace the faulty one and provide you a new one without charging you further. So if these things have to be possible, you have to have a proper receipt with the hospital seal. So this is very important because a proper receipt will enable you to even go to the court for legal settlement of malpractice of using a improper medical device on you. So kindly remember that this episodes on every Friday on medical devices with the different topics will give you greater awareness about something very commonly we use or used on us by the medical practitioners while we stay in the hospital or visit a hospital for a small procedure or go for a testing in the clinical laboratory or investigation using X-rays and other scanning machines. And it is also possible that in case you have enough time to choose a medical device, it will be highly appreciated if you will discuss it with the doctor and ask for different types of devices available in the market and choose a good device manufactured by a worthy company. Dr. Fernandez will be happy to help you in selecting a device after discussing with you and your doctor, because the company is supposed to give you a certificate of fitness, certificate of efficacy of the device, a certificate of non-toxicity or biocompatibility of the medical device that is going to be used by you. So, biomedical devices or the spare parts made by humans for the human body will be discussed and delivered during these episodes to create greater awareness regarding these medical devices. I have given you a small introduction regarding the episodes on medical devices and the time that the episodes will appear on every Friday, and about the language that these episodes will be available in Malayalam and in English on Friday. Now let us see what is a medical device and how we use it. We all use various medical devices during our lifetime without knowing that what we use is a medical device, or what we use is called a medical device, or what we use is a spare parts made for us. A very common thing is a dental filling material. We all have cavities in our teeth, or we have distorted teeth which are not a single row. So in this case, we fill the cavity, we use wire or braces to bring the teeth in a row. the way we want it. A simple syringe, a simple catheter, an IV set, etc. are also medical devices. So during these episodes, I will introduce you to the various aspects of medical devices. Something we can say the ABCD of medical devices. You have to keep in mind that we are consumers of medical devices. That is very important because you pay and the surgeon or the physician has to get your consent before they use any medical device in us. If you search in the internet, you can see there are more than 65,000 different types of medical devices available in the market. So it is very true that many things are used on us without us knowing that these are medical devices. When we use drugs, we know the name of the drug, for what sickness the doctor has prescribed the drug, and the doses, and the effect of the drug. Some drugs may upset our stomach, then the physician may prescribe another tablet to smoothen the function of the stomach without giving any pain or gas trouble. But we do not know what is a medical device and when they are used in us. So during various episodes, you will be able to learn what is a medical device, what are they made up of, how they differ from drugs, why we have to use medical devices, how safe are they to use, and how they are controlled or regulated by the government. Let us face a question: how many organs do we have? It is very difficult to answer. How many body parts we have? How many bones we have? Definitely we can find it out by searching in the internet. And the one thing we do not know is that many of our organs or organ parts have spare parts for them in the market. If we look back regarding the origin of the biomedical devices, the idea our forefathers might have thought when some of the body parts got broken or got disabled, they might have thought of something to repair them. They might have put a stick and given rest to a broken arm or a leg. We put plates and plasters for broken legs at present. So the time has passed, and unlike the primitive period, we have plenty of materials, metals, plastics. synthetic materials, ceramics, metal alloys to use to fabricate spares for our organs. So let us think at what are the medical devices now we have in common. As I said earlier, medical devices that are used to repair or replace a deceased or an organ which we lost during an accident is a medical device. So when somebody or broke a leg, we can fix it with bone plates, screws and nuts, and putting good plastering methods to cure the broken leg. If your teeth is having a hole, then it can be cleaned and filled with dental filling material. If you are losing your eyesight with cataract, it can be operated out, remove the cataract and put a lens there, artificial lens. So these are some examples of what are medical devices, and they are going to improve the lifestyle of the humans. The same thing applies. These medical devices can be used, not can be, they are used in animals too. They are also benefited by this as drugs. Medical devices are also used in animals. We were talking about dental filling material, but think about a heart valve, an artificial heart valve. It is a sophisticated device made by a human being. So a defective heart valve can be replaced. Valve in the heart or valve in the very important blood vessel like aorta could be replaced at present. Likewise, you might have heard about the stent, small umbrella-like device which can be introduced in the artery or vein if there is a block, which can be introduced in the urethra if there is a block, which can be introduced in the bile duct if there is a block. These materials are called stent. They will be just folded. When we fold it will be just like a iron cage or a metal cage or plastic cage. But they can be introduced through a catheter to the site that is required, a stent. And then it can be opened or it can be expanded at the site of constriction so that these blocks are moved and the blood vessels and the urethra become patent. Then rods and plates, nuts are used to treat broken bones. A total hip joint to replace a broken hip bones. We were thinking and discussing and listening about the medical devices that are used within our body. So they are supposed to be residing in our body permanently. but there are other things we use as medical device like syringes, injection needles, IV sets, urinary bladder, blood bags. These are called disposable medical devices. Even bandages and plaster of Paris can be considered as disposable medical devices. One more thing I would like to add is ECG machines, scanning machines, X-rays. Now these equipments are also added to the group of biomedical devices by the Drug Controller of India. So when we talk about medical devices, we have to talk about these machines which help for diagnosis and treatment. So, you have heard about different types of medical devices. I told you that all these medical devices are made from the materials available in the market at present. That's metals, plastics, cotton, threads. Almost anything available in the market is being used for fabrication of medical devices. We know that any type of plastic is available because they are made to the requirement. Likewise, metal also. There are metals like titanium which put in the body need not be replaced, need not be removed. They are biocompatible, highly biocompatible. Likewise, there are metal alloys. One example is cobalt chromium alloy, which is used in joints, bone fractures, even as arches and wires in the dental medicine. So, I think I mentioned about the safety. You know that drugs are tested and certified for safety and toxicity before release into the market. Likewise, there are rules and regulations controlling the manufacture and testing and certifying a medical device before that go into the market. And these rules are drawn up by the Drug Controller of India, and in summary we can say the medical devices are designed, fabricated and manufactured under the supervision of a clinician, biomedical engineers and a material toxicologist. Once the engineer selects the appropriate materials, that materials will go to the toxicology laboratory where they will be undergoing in vitro analysis for toxicity and safety. At the same time, they will be tested in small laboratory animals like mice, rat and rabbits, and guinea pig for allergy and sensitivity. Once these materials are certified safe and non-toxic, the engineers will fabricate the device, and this device will be tested by the veterinary team in larger animals to see the efficacy of the device, whether there is the in-use test, whether they will prove to be working in the desired conditions of testing. If during the in-use test also this equipment passes, they will go to the clinical trials. And once they pass the clinical trials, all the reports will go to Drug Control of India for approval of manufacture and sale. So friends, we will see every Friday in Time with Thebsian. You can listen to me in English or Malayalam. You are all welcome to the episode.